Hey guys, welcome back to Dunnick's Done It. Today we're going to be talking about the Ragnarok RC jet boat. This is another fully 3D printed project. It's also another great project to throw your ski ride electronics into for the summer. So I just kind of wanted to touch base real fast on what it is, what we're doing with it, and get a video before it's all put together. It's not actually glued or anything, it's just mocked up for mock-up purposes. So we're running the MJet 30 on this pump, or on this boat. You can get the MJet 35. It's got a little more power, potentially more reliable, but it's not fully 3D printed. There's a couple parts you have to buy. So I just chose to go with fully 3D printed version for this project. This jet ski is also going to be running the MJet 30, so that will be another project we get to here as soon as this one is more wrapped up. So we'll be putting the pump together, electronics, get everything done, and then I will pull the hull apart, glue it. We'll add our flotation, our foam and stuff in the front, and then finish assembly and get this one out on the water. I would love to run it up against this jet boat, which has been a pretty good boat, but I do think this pump will be better, so I'll be curious to see how they do against each other. We're also going to be redoing the yellow catamaran. The last run we had with it, we did end up getting some cracks, and I think if I have one more good wreck with it, one more flip at the 40 and 50 mile an hour it's running, I just don't want a chance of breaking and losing the whole boat. So we've already got a new one printed. We've just got to glue, assemble it, and then I'm gonna carbon fiber lay this one. I didn't do that on this one, and with the speeds it's running just on the current setup, and I believe I'm gonna be bumping it up to 120 amp ESCs, and maybe just a higher quality motor. So we'll see what happens on that. Maybe some TP motors and 120 amp ESCs, and then I want to run 4S on each ESC. Right now we're only running 3S and some small props. So if we can get some bigger props, I really think we can get some good speeds out of this boat. And we will also be running the mono carbon boat. It's pretty much ready to go. We had to patch some carbon on the lid, but other than that boat will also be good to go. So I just kind of wanted to make a quick video on some of the projects we're getting ready to work on. Oh, I guess we have this one too. This will be another fairly big boat at about 36 inches long. I think it might have been longer than that, maybe 42. So that'll be another project that happens a little slower than these ones. These ones are going to be priority right now, getting the jet boats going and the other catamaran. Alright guys, quick rundown on the electronics we're running in the Ragnarok. I decided just to run a Flycolor 90 amp ESC. I've got a couple laying around for my Yellow Cat until it gets revamped. It's a 3680 Rocket Hobby 1500 kV motor, Endura 7 kilogram servo, and I've just got a cheap Hot RC Racing servo or receiver and transmitter. It'll probably end up going on my Dumbo controller later with a nice receiver, but for the time being, this is just what I use to get it running. And right now I'm just running it on 6S. Actually, if I ran 4S, I would have to get a bigger ESC, but 6S lets me run the smaller ESC because it pulls less amps. So this is what we're running in the mini Ragnarok for now. And hopefully I can get a couple tests here coming up pretty quick. Weather's getting nice, so we'll see. Alright guys, just wanted to do a update now that we've got the Ragnarok on the water. Just kind of go through how it did, what I think, and what I would do different on the next one. So, overall, I think the boat did pretty well for everything that it is. With the MJet 30, which is the smaller pump, I think it did well. The motor is a 1500 kV, and it should probably be closer to a 1700 kV to get everything out of this motor that I think it could do. But with all that being said, it runs very good temps, and you could just run it full throttle all day and get 20 plus minutes of runtime. So I think what I'm going to do is just leave this boat pretty much just as it is, and it will be a great boat for friends or the kids or whoever, and it's just a tame, good-looking, well-working boat. And we're just going to build a new Ragnarok now that the MJet 40 has released or been announced. I think we're just going to build a new Ragnarok and throw the 40 in it. And we'll go from there. So I just kind of wanted to give a quick update. Everything else on the boat I think was rather good. I'm sure there's a lot of tuning that you can do with trim tabs, with ride plates. I don't even have turn fins on it yet. There's a lot of options. I'm sure thousands of combinations. So, a lot of tuning to be done. I'm not running the full ceramic bearings. These are the steel body ceramic ball, supposedly. But they seem to be fine. And the 7 kilogram servo seemed to be plenty. So, gotta get the pilots painted. But other than that, I think we're just gonna call this one a good beater boat. So, thanks for watching, guys. I'm glad we finally got to get this on the water, and with the weather finally getting nicer, I am ready to go get a lot of boat stuff done. So, thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you in the next one.